Imagine sitting in a room full of cameras. Your family is around you. The whole country is watching. Pick after pick goes by, and nobody calls your name. Pick one passes, pick 10 passes, pick 50 passes, pick 100 passes. At that point, everything you worked for your entire life is being graded in public. Most people would break. Shedeur Sanders prayed. In one weekend, one young man lost $44 million. Not from a bad investment, not from a lawsuit, from 143 people deciding in silence that he wasn't worth the top spot. And his response to all 143 of them, God got us. What would you do if the whole world watched you get passed over 143 times? What would it do to your faith, your finances, your identity? Today we're talking about Shedeur Sanders and why his worst weekend on paper just became the greatest case study in how to build a life that doesn't crack under pressure. Y'all know on this channel, we don't just celebrate success, we study the blueprint. We talk about the 4 pillars: physical, faith, personal, finance. And I'm telling you right now, Shedeur Sanders' story touches every single one. Most people look at draft night 2025 and saw a tragedy. I looked at it and saw a case study. Here's a young man, son of Hall of Famer, raised in the spotlight, projected top 5, potentially worth $40 to $50 million before he ever took an NFL snap. In one weekend, he dropped to pick 144. Round 5. The 6th pick of the 5th round. $44 million evaporated. But here's what I need you to understand before we go any further. The draft position does not define the destination. What defines the destination is what is built in a man from on the inside before the cameras ever showed up. So let's talk about what Shedeur is actually built from. Every elite quarterback gets told they're special at some point. Shedeur Sanders got told that from birth, and not just because of his last name. At the University of Colorado, this man rewrote the program, over 4,000 passing yards, took a team that went 1-11 before Coach Prime arrived to competing for conference championships. But here's the part that got my attention. Shedeur was one of the most, if not the most sacked quarterback in college football, meaning every single game, fully grown men were hurting him legally. And he kept delivering, kept making reads, kept releasing the ball on time. Now think about that from a physical development standpoint. Because on this channel, we don't just talk about training your body for performance. We talk about training your body for pressure. See, discipline in the physical pillar isn't just about how you look. It's about how you function when things are collapsing around you. How many of us right now are in that situation? You're getting hit financially, professionally, and you still have to perform. That's not just a football skill. That's a life skill. And it starts with the decision to prepare your body before the pressure arrives. Not during it, before. Shedeur made that decision every day. In practice rooms, nobody was filming, and it showed up when the whole country was watching. Now, y'all, this is where Shedeur's story separates from every other athlete story I've shared on this channel. Before the 2025 NFL draft, Shedeur told people close to him he had a sense, a dream that something was coming that would look like a setback, but was actually a setup. He said it out loud before it happened. And when pick after pick went by without his name, he took to social media with 3 words: God got us. No anger, no subtweets, no calling out teams, no victim language, just God got us. Y'all, I want to pause here for a second. Because I know some of you are watching this from a situation where you prayed about something and it didn't go the way you planned. Your faith is being tested right now, not in theory, but in real life. The faith pillar doesn't promise you'll always get what you want when you want it. It promises you'll be able to stand when the room stops calling your name. And that kind of faith is not built in a moment. It's built over time and practice. Shedeur's father, Coach Prime, battled serious health issues. He coached that Colorado season from a wheelchair, unable to stand on the sideline, still coaching, still leading. That didn't happen by accident. Faith was modeled in that household long before football was. When faith is the foundation, a draft slide is a detour, not a dead end. Real quick, if this is hidden today, hit that like and subscribe button, because this is what we do here at GCounsel. We don't just talk about success stories. We break down the blueprint inside the stories. Now let's keep going. Because the personal development piece of Shedeur's journey is where most people miss it entirely. Here's what separates Shedeur Sanders from every other athlete who gets drafted late. Most people in that situation do one of two things. They either go quiet, let the embarrassment bury them, or they go loud and angry, let the bitterness become their brand. Shedeur did neither. He showed up to Cleveland Browns rookie minicamp and introduced himself like a man who already knew who he was. His message to Browns fans: direct, confident, zero excuses. A lot of people want to see me fail. It ain't gonna happen. No victim language, no explanations, no bitterness, just identity. Grounded, unshakably identity. And here's the principle I want you to carry away from this. Identity does not shrink under pressure. It either expands or it collapses. And which one happens depends entirely on the work you did before the pressure showed up. Let me ask you something directly. Who are you when nobody's calling your name? Who are you when the room isn't impressed with your resume? Who are you when the opportunity you spent years preparing for goes to somebody else? That is the personal pillar question. And the answer has to be built before the crisis, not during it. Shedeur had years of private identity work, most of it invisible, that showed up in one of the most public moments of his life. That's not luck. That is construction. That is the GCounsel way. All right. Let's talk about the one thing people are uncomfortable saying out loud when it comes to this story. The moolah, baby, the money. A top 5 pick in the NFL draft, where Shedeur was projected in 2025, walks away with guaranteed contract between $40 and $50 million. A 5th round pick, pick 144, receives a contract worth roughly $4.6 million total, with a signing bonus of $446,000. That is a $44 million swing in one weekend. And I know for us regular folk, $4.6 million is still great money, big money. But I want y'all to think about that swing. We're talking about a 90% upswing. He got 10% of what he was projected to get. I just want y'all to think about that as we having this conversation, right? Because I get it. 4.6 million, still great money, life-changing money, but it's a difference. Now, before some of y'all close the app because that feels discouraging, stay with me, because this is the most important financial lesson in Shedeur's entire story. Income in year 1 does not equal wealth over a lifetime. I'm going to say this again. Income in year 1 does not equal wealth over a lifetime. We talk about this all the time on this channel, and I want you to hear it in this context. Shedeur Sanders, at 22 years old, has something no rookie contract can give you: a platform, a purpose, and a chip. His nickname is known in every NFL city in America. His story, the faith, the resilience, the family, is already a brand. And a brand that lasts. They are not built on what someone else decides to pay you. They are built on how you prepare, how you perform, and how you praise yourself for the next opportunity. A 5th round pick who outperformed in 1 year, or in year 1, will renegotiate everything. a top 5 pick who shows up entitled to get cut. The draft slide cost Shedeur money in the short term. What it gave him may be worth more long term. A mission, a reason to outwork every single person in that locker room. And in the NFL, performance builds contracts, character builds legacy. Don't let year 1 define your ceiling. Build the discipline now, so year 3 is undeniable. Here's what I want you to leave with today. Shedeur Sanders sat in a room where 143 people decided it wasn't worth investing in, that he wasn't worth investing in at the level he expected. And he walked out of that room with his faith intact, his identity intact, his work ethic intact, and his financial future still very much in front of him. That is the 4-pillar blueprint in real time. Physical, prepare your body for pressure before the pressure arrives. Faith, build a foundation that holds when the room stops calling your name. Personal, know who you are so deeply that public rejection cannot write your story. The foundation does. And your foundation, if you're watching this today, is still being built. Y'all, drop a comment below. Tell me which pillar you're working on right now. I want to hear from you. If this video added value, share it with someone who needs to hear this today. And if you're new here, welcome to the GCounsel community. We build excellence in every area of life together. I am Adrian Taylor. This is GCounsel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.